8 years ago, I had said the words that changed nothing, at least, that's what I thought. It had been during the Aurora Festival on Virelia, a planet renowned for its cascading luminescent skies and floating rivers of energy. The alien woman, Elira, was unlike anyone I had ever met. Her skin shimmered with subtle bioluminescence, shifting with her emotions, and her eyes held galaxies I could lose myself in. We had been friends, colleagues, explorers of star systems, and partners in research. And for one fleeting night, under the violet aurora streams, I had taken her hands in mine and whispered, "I love you." Her reaction had been everything and nothing. Surprise. Silence. A faint blush in her glowing markings. And then, nothing. No return, no reciprocation, just a gentle shake of her head and a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. She left that night, vanishing into the corridors of the spaceport like starlight swallowed by darkness. For 8 years, I had thought I was forgotten. Her memory haunted me. Every mission, every distant planet, every alliance negotiation, I imagined her there, always just out of reach. My life became a careful balance between duty and longing, with the secret hope that somehow she would return. And then, on a quiet night in my modest Earth home, that hope became reality. Her return. It was a rainy evening. I had just returned from a meeting at the United Earth Space Authority. The streets glistened with reflections of neon advertisements, and the wind carried the faint scent of ozone and rain. I stepped into my apartment, dripping wet, when the sound of a soft chime made me freeze. There, standing in my doorway, framed by the dim light of the hallway, was Elira. She had changed, subtly, gracefully. Her bioluminescence was calmer, more controlled, but her eyes, the same galaxies I had fallen for, were unmistakable. "Elira," my voice faltered. "I came," she said, her tone soft, almost hesitant, yet determined. "I never forgot." Time seemed to stretch. 8 years of distance, uncertainty, and longing condensed into that one moment. I didn't think you would ever come back," I admitted, stepping closer, heart pounding. She shook her head, a faint glow pulsing across her skin. "I had to. I remembered everything you said. Everything you felt. I couldn't ignore it, not even after all this time." I reached out, my hand trembling, and she took it. The warmth, or what passed for warmth in her alien physiology, sent a shiver down my spine. The room seemed to adjust itself, lights dimming as if respecting the gravity of the reunion. Saturday. Words stumbled at first. Small talk, updates about distant worlds, the mundane and the extraordinary, all jumbled together. But beneath it, the tension of unspoken feelings simmered. Every glance, every faint pulse of her skin, reminded me that this was not a casual visit. Finally, she leaned forward. "Why didn't you try to find me?" she asked. Her voice carried the faintest edge of hurt. "I did," I said quickly. "Every mission, every opportunity, I searched. But you were always on the move, and I didn't want to intrude. I thought, maybe you had forgotten me." Elira's glow flickered, almost like a laugh. "Forgotten you? No. I carried your words like a star in my chest, guiding me through every decision, every planet, every year. I just didn't know if you felt the same way after that night." "I did," I whispered. "I do. Every day." Her hand tightened around mine, her glow warming. "Then why did it take so long?" I sighed. "Because I was afraid of losing you again. Because I didn't know if humans and your kind could survive, together." Her eyes softened, and she brushed her fingers against my cheek. "Then let's start now. No more distance. No more waiting. Facing the challenges." Elira's return wasn't without consequences. News of her presence on Earth spread quickly through interstellar communication channels. Certain factions within the Varelian Council were skeptical of a human-alien relationship. Some considered it a political liability, others a scandal. I had to navigate meetings, diplomatic communications, and potential threats, all while ensuring Elira's safety. But through it all, she remained resolute. She insisted on facing the world with me, not hiding, not apologizing. The first real challenge came in the form of a council envoy, a high-ranking Varelian diplomat named Calith. He arrived unannounced, stern, with his glowing markings flaring in warning. "Elira," he said, "your presence on Earth violates several protocols. This union is unprecedented." She stood, calm but unwavering. "I am not violating protocol. I am following my heart. If the Council cannot accept this, they will have to adjust." I felt pride swell within me. This was the woman I had always admired, the one who could command respect without raising her voice, who could be gentle and fierce simultaneously. Calith's gaze turned toward me. "And you? Do you understand the ramifications?" "I do," I said, stepping forward. "And I accept them. No matter the consequence, I choose her." The envoy hesitated, then left with a warning. The message was clear. The path ahead would not be easy. Middle, rekindling love. Despite the political tensions, Elira and I found moments to reclaim our life together. We explored the Earth skyline, traveled to distant observatories, and even returned to Virelia, her home planet. Every shared moment was a reminder of what had been lost and what we had now regained. I learned more about her than I had in 8 years. About the nuances of her culture, the quiet rituals she valued, and the fears she had carried alone. She learned about my struggles, my dreams, and my persistence. One night, on a floating terrace above the Varelian capital, we watched twin moons rise over crystalline spires. She leaned into me, her glow reflecting the soft moonlight. "Do you remember that night?" she asked, voice barely above a whisper. "The night you left?" I asked. "The night you told me you loved me," she corrected. "I didn't leave because I wanted to. I left because I didn't know if it was real. I feared I would misinterpret your words and my feelings. I had to test my heart." "And did it pass?" I asked, smiling. She pressed her forehead to mine. "Yes, it did. And now I am here. Together at last." The final challenge came from a coalition of human and alien bureaucrats concerned about integration and political stability. But Elira and I faced them together, presenting a united front, demonstrating that love could coexist with duty, that personal connection could enhance diplomacy rather than threaten it. Months passed. Slowly, acceptance grew. Our union became a symbol, a testament that boundaries, species, and time could not diminish genuine connection. One evening, in our shared home overlooking Earth's ocean-lit skyline, Elira turned to me, glowing softly, her eyes reflecting countless stars. 8 years, she said, voice tender. 8 years, and you never stopped being in my heart. And you never stopped being in mine, I replied, pulling her close. She smiled, warmth radiating in every glowing pulse of her skin. "Then let's not waste another moment." I kissed her, soft, lingering, full of the weight of years and the promise of forever. Outside, the world continued, indifferent yet beautiful. But inside, for the first time in nearly a decade, everything felt right. 8 years of waiting, longing, and uncertainty had ended. Love had returned. And this time, it was here to stay. End.